going through each color analysis palette and giving you my most comprehensive brain dump of natural hair colors that could be easily referred to rule out these palettes for you, and hopefully this will assist you in narrowing the field down of palettes to consider. Before I dive into that, I want to answer another burning question that came in, and that was, Carol, why are you wearing a hat in so many videos of late? Well, it's actually two reasons. The first reason is, if you've really seen my face unmasked in my content, you'll notice that I have environmental or hormonal melasma, and I live at the beach, and so I'm always wearing a hat here to minimize that stuff. And the second reason is I live at the beach. Would you be doing your hair every day? Before I dive into the heart of the content of this video, I want to just put out there that this content is correct as per the International Image Institute system. If you have seen a differing opinion out there in a creator's content, please go to that creator and find out what system they use and their training and experience background. If you've missed my announcements of late, I do have a series called Be Color-Wise in my Instagram highlights that may help you decipher what system a professional may be using. 12 season, 4 season, 16 season, stuff like that is the number of result possibilities somebody may give out, not a system. You're commenting below with a differing opinion. I would really appreciate it if you share what system you're referring to help us all understand your comment so that we can respond. Why do you use hair colors, Carol, to rule in or out palettes? Because it's such an easy cheat sheet. All our internal biology spells out what external coloring shows. And when I say external coloring, all of it, I'm talking about your hair, eye color, lip color, skin coloring, fingernail bed coloring, and things like that. So it all comes from ultimately the same sources. So it's a great cheat sheet. And in the system that I use, a natural hair color needs to harmonize with the palettes, and so that's why I use it as a cheat sheet. True winter, avoid red or blonde, and so that means if your hair was naturally red or like obviously red and in the medium to light range, I would be ruling out true winter. The next one, true summer. Now, if your hair was obviously red or extremely dark, naturally close to black, I would be ruling out true summer. But true summers can have dark brown hair right through to light hair. And so I also would ignore the tone of your hair. Just concentrate on the value if you don't have color analysis experience, because if you go back through my content and see my younger year videos, some people would call my hair warm, but ultimately that's lighting and things like that. And possibly in my younger years, it did look warm. Next one, true autumn. If your hair was in the medium to light range, I would rule out true autumn. If your hair was medium right through to like almost a charcoal black color, I would keep that one in and not rule it out. Realized I forgot to say obviously natural red hair. If your hair was naturally obviously red, I would not rule out true autumn. Next one, true spring. Somebody who receives a true spring result can have very dark hair, even black hair, right through to very light hair. And so this one's harder to rule out. I will say that a lot of true springs who ultimately, receive a true spring result, write in and call their hair ash. And I interpret that as their hair showed no obvious warmth in it, because there's many people out there who submit their submission saying that their hair is ash who receive a true spring result. So just be aware of that. Somebody who has some red qualities to their hair, like strawberry blonde, A cinnamon color can also receive a true spring result. Next palette, the cool palette. This is for true cools, cool winters, cool summers. Now, somebody who has medium to light hair color range and an obvious naturally red hair range would never receive this result. This result is given to people with a medium to deep hair color range. This palette is given to people who have both winter and summer qualities in their coloring, so their hair usually is quite deep in value. The warm palette. This is for true warms, warm springs, warm autumns. This is the palette that rests between autumn and spring. You would look at them and go, I can't easily tell if you're in autumn or spring. So somebody in this palette usually will have a medium range hair color. Could be on the lighter side of that medium range, potentially if somebody's a warm spring. Would not be typical for somebody with naturally blonde hair post-puberty to receive this palette because their coloring wouldn't reflect autumn. Muted palette, given to true muteds, muted summer, muted autumn. This palette is given to people typically who have medium to dark natural hair color. So if your hair color is in the medium to light range, you wouldn't usually receive this palette. So if your hair color is in the medium to light range, I would not focus so much on this palette. This palette is the palette that rests between autumn and summer. And so somebody who had naturally lighter hair post-puberty or even medium to light range post-puberty do not show autumn. Bright palette. If your hair is not extremely dark, this is safe palette to rule out. This is the palette between winter and spring. And so your coloring needs to show both, and winter is a palette where naturally dark hair colors rest in. The deep palette. This is for people who have naturally dark hair. If your hair is in the medium to light range, this is a palette that's safe to rule out. This is the palette between winter and autumn, and your natural coloring has to show both those qualities, and both these palettes have darker hair. This palette is given to people who are true deep, deep winter, deep autumn. The light palette given to true lights, light spring, light summer. This is a palette that rests between summer and spring, so your coloring has to show both their qualities, and it would be unusual for somebody with darker hair to receive this palette. And why is that? Because these are light colors and they're all in the light range. It's called light, this palette, and so darker hair is out of harmony with this palette and would fail other color analysis checks of skin and jawline and what have you. This palette is only typically looked at for those people post-puberty who have a medium to light hair color range, and most often a light hair color range. Universal palette. I don't even know the natural hair color ranges seen for this one. In my whole color analysis career, I've seen this given out maybe 3-4 times. This palette is mainly for people who are looking to dress wedding parties or develop colors for uniforms, because the palette is great for dressing groups of people. Not all the colors will look off on everybody. This palette has aspects of all color seasons in it. It's a medium value, medium intensity, and fully neutral palette. If you're looking to find out details on the levels of hair colors, I recommend seeing my comprehensive hair videos on YouTube, where I go through the hair color chart using the Goldwell color system. Hope this helps.